Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? It's your man J. Kevin Johnson, the shopkeeper over at the Natural Wellness Shop.com. Just here today, just going to talk about pursuing the simple life and how important, how essential, how just to your benefit it is for you to pursue and cultivate and do whatever you can necessary in order to simplify and get control and hold of your life in every way possible so that you can enjoy it as much as you can in this world. You know, our time here on in this plane of existence is limited. And you want to make sure that you're squeezing all of as much joy and happiness out of the present moment as you can. You know, the only thing we really have is the present, right? The past is gone, so all you can do is reflect on that and course correct and contemplate and see what you could do better. And then tomorrow hasn't even come yet, so who knows, you know, what tomorrow actually holds. You know, we can all make plans, right? We all make plans. We all have things we want to do. We got that bucket list. We got this, that, and the other. But really, in the action, in the finality of it all, who knows what we're going to do tomorrow and whether we're going to be here or not. So, you know, tomorrow is not promised, right? So the only thing you have is the present. So just, you know, I was out and about today. I was taking my sons to school and stuff, and just kind of out looking at people and watching, even looking at myself and watching things and seeing how it's so easy to fall into routine. It's so easy to fall into the manic craziness, if you allow yourself, of the world that we live in. There's always something going on. If you turn on the TV, turn on the news, just always something going on that just seems to add another layer of complexity to your life. And I was just looking at my life, you know, and how I have the constant need, the constant strain, the constant task, or the constant responsibility and obligation to make sure that I mitigate and I steward and manage my life in a manner that's going to help things help me stay afloat and help things stay in order. Chaos is always at the gates, right? Order and chaos. So, you know, you can't get it all. You know, your life's going to be hectic and chaotic at moments, and the struggle, the challenge, the hurdles is always there as far as maintaining some form of order. You know, I heard somebody say that we all have a plate, and there's always somebody adding something to your plate. You can, as soon as you get that plate cleared, something else is going to appear on it, right? So, you know, do your best and let God do the rest, as I often hear them say. So, but just coming back to my central theme, my thesis, my point, my main idea is that, you know, we live in a very dynamic world that is highly varied, and there's a buffet of things to get into, a buffet of distractions that is vying for your attention and vying for your time. So it's important that, you know, we implement and we execute and we think about ways in which we can simplify our lives in a manner that's going to help us not only just get by, but help us thrive and help us live in the present moment, you know, live in the present the way that the Most High would have us to live. And, you know, you got to enjoy the fruits of your labor, and you got to enjoy your life as much as you can. So, you know, like, again, I was out just thinking about some things, and then I was thinking about, what is that? I was thinking about Proverbs 24 and 21 in the Bible, amongst others, scriptures and verses there that I was kind of using to guide my thoughts and my feelings and hopefully my behavior for the day. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Proverbs 24 and 21. Let me see here real quick. I'll read it real quick. My computer is acting up on me right now as I'm trying to pull it up. This is crazy. Just speaking to, here we go. Let me pull it up. My son, fear thou the Lord and the King, and meddle not with them that are given to change. That's one. So, it's just saying that hold everybody in give respect to the Most High and those who are in positions of influence and authority and power, and meddle. Don't do too much meddling. Mind your business, right? Pretty much, it says that don't engage, don't mortgage, occupy, give pledges with them that are given to change. To those who are always moving about and distracted, always doing something. But be mindful of your business and be mindful of your schedule and be mindful of those things that in areas of your life that are under your influence, so that you can live a simplified and I ain't gonna say easy, but you can live a simplified and manageable life that is one of hopefully in flow with constant pleasure, constant peace. Again, chaos is always at the door, and you're going to have those moments of chaos, but we want to do our best to simplify things so that we can manage things a little easier. It's not always easy. Life is not a cakewalk, and it's not promised to be a cakewalk. We know that. So that's why it's important that we instill principles and we instill strategies and tactics and build and cultivate good habits based on strong values that come from a standard of righteousness and a standard of more high morality that is for growth and for the progression and for the prosperity of all, not for the poverty, not for the digression, but one that is moving forward in progression, growth, and one that is filled with love, so that life can be better for all. I think one of the principles that we're to adhere to when it comes to our relationships is to seek to always add value to someone else, even to yourself. Add value to yourself, and then do your best to be one to add value to somebody else's life, whether it's your health, wealth, relationships, or happiness. One principle is to seek to add value in some way, shape, or form. This is how you continue a cycle of growth. We want to keep that going. And, that helps when it comes to being able to live a simple life that is prosperous and one that is filled with good success, So this is what we're wanting versus as opposed to a life that is so complex. It's over complex that you're not able to cope with all the systems and things that may be in place. You're spread so thin that you're really not effective. You don't really get anything done. And we don't want you to live in fear, where you're not making moves and not living out your full potential. Where you're not having confidence about some of the things that you're doing and living. So just thinking about making it a high priority to simplify things. I know that in my personal life, when I really began the effort to streamline and simplify all as many areas of my life as I could, whether it be my inner man, or whether it be my outer man, my environment. When I really made it a point to be intentional and purposeful about what I allow to affect my thoughts and my emotions and my behavior, and what I allowed in my environment, man, my life really became more manageable, and it became simple, but not easy, but it became more pleasurable and more happy, more joy filled. So these are things that we have to be conscious of, awake about, and constantly honing with art and with skill. Art and skill that makes life all that much more greater and the better to live. Life, like I said, life's limited, and you want to make sure you're squeezing as much out of it as you can. Squeeze as much out of it as you can. You want to be just thinking about happiness and thinking about simplifying life. When you do that, when you simplify life, one of the side effects is you do become more happier. And when I'm thinking about happiness and how to cultivate happiness, I'm thinking about things like relationships and connecting with people, making those links, and being with people, and being intentional about your net worth and your friends and those that you allow to influence and affect your life, and those you allow into your circle. You want to look at things like how you view yourself, your self-worth, and look at the things that you do as far as volunteering and giving to other people without any kind of expectation of return, just giving and being philanthropic with your time and with your money, being charitable. These are things that that really have meaning and power and really affect your happiness when it comes to relationships, and when it comes to simplifying your life, and when it comes to having areas to direct your energy. Thinking about things like coping, being able to, coping, having principles and practical tactics in place is going to help you deal with stress and deal with those hard times when you come to them, and deal with those chaotic moments when you happen to be going through one, dealing with those storms. Simple things like getting sleep. Sleep deprivation increases cortisol and causes depression. So you get, and amongst other things, if it can affect immunity, it can affect fertility, it can affect it can affect all kinds of areas of your life. So just a simple tactic of getting good sleep and learning how to unplug once in a while, every blue moon, cutting off the TV, cutting off the social media, cutting off the Wi-Fi for a minute, going camping, and just unplugging and allowing yourself to come back to its natural cycles and rhythms. That can help when it comes to coping. That can help when it comes to managing bad stress. Exercising. This tamps down cortisol, helps you be mindful. That's one of the things about exercising. It can help you be mindful, help you keep your body, mind, spirit, everything in line and in shape, help you feel rejuvenated and get rid of toxicity in all areas of your life. Cooking. This may not sound like a big deal, but just cooking. 33% of Americans don't know how to cook. Making them lifetime hostages to just other people, other institutions, other entities. So just the simple act of being able to feed yourself, cook for yourself, that's powerful when it comes to simplifying your life and helping your life in just about every area of human endeavor, whether it be your health, wealth, relationships, and overall purpose and happiness. Cooking is pleasurable, and cooking and just learning about the power of cooking and how it can be medicinal in your life. It can have a medicinal purpose as well as a pleasurable purpose in your life. Food is medicine, as I've heard it quipped so many times. So just learning how to nurture yourself is definitely important and goes a long way. And then contributing, just being one that isn't always contributing. That can, we talk, contributing, talking about looking outside yourself, ways to give, ways to volunteer, ways to be charitable. And then connecting face to face, that's relationships, looking at like social groups, social support, having conversations that are meaningful and that matter. Those having intimate conversations often. That's vital when it comes to connecting. Looking at religious practice. This helps with your spirit. Being religious helps with your spirituality. And helps you realize that you are here with a greater purpose, and that there is an ultimate reality that we are in preparation for, and then that there is an ultimate reality with that we are accountable to. Man, so that's all I really wanted to talk about today. Just pursuing and making it a priority to cultivate and hone the simple life as much as you can. This will help you help your life become more manageable and help you hopefully maintain and cultivate a mostly happy life, joyful life, contented life in face of those moments, those storms, those moments of chaos, those moments in which you just don't know how you're going to get through, right? This is Kevin over at the Natural Wellness Shop.com. Just look throughout the website, take what you can that's useful, leave what's not, hit like, share, and just let me know that you're out there. Definitely appreciate you, and peace and blessings.